Alright guys, this is a little different than what I usually do. I'm not coming at you today with a bunch of research. Instead, I'm coming at you with speculation and rumors. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and put on your tinfoil hats right now and listen up. We've got 4 companies that could be teaming up to take on one of the largest companies in the world. Hey everybody, Walrus here from Walrus Street. Just a reminder, I am not a financial professional. Everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is going to be a quick one today. I want to give a shout out to one of my viewers, Zachary Cohen. When I was going through and answering my comments today, he asked me to check out GOEV. Now, if you don't know, GOEV, G-O-E-V, is the ticker for Canoo, which is an EV startup that recently went public through a SPAC merger with HCAC. The HCAC SPAC ticker ended up just becoming GOEV, and this happened in December. I want to give some other credit, some other shout outs right now. A lot of what I'm about to present to you, but not everything, comes from 2 different Reddit users who've been kind of piecing together this puzzle over time. One of them is Busy, and the other one is Chris Battles. Also, there have been a few YouTubers that have posted about this, but they also haven't included all of the information to kind of get the whole story together, which is what I'll be doing right now. Investing with Aussie, Nukem Finance, and Options Geek. So if you want more information, go ahead and check out their channels. They have a couple videos going back about a week. Let's get into it. Here on Wall Street Bets, this is Busy's post. I'm not going to go through the text right now, but if you want to find it, the title for the post is Canoo, GOEV, and the potential Apple Hyundai partnership. This is Chris Battles. He posted about 20 hours ago. This is on SPACs. The title of the post is Canoo down while Kia explodes. His comment is the top comment in the thread. Between the 2 of these, I was able to piece together most of the story, and I also added in a little more information and clarification. Canoo Holdings, GOEV, right now trading at $16.68 a share. If we take a look at the all-time chart, you could see we kind of peaked out here in the low 20s. Intraday trading over here after they went public, we reached maybe that's about 24 at the high. Yeah, 24.90. It ended up dropping down after New Year's all the way to 12.07. We're currently trading at $16.70, $8 off the high price when this was hyped after release. This is the Canoo website. If you're not familiar with Canoo, they make the ugliest electric vehicle I have ever seen in my life. The Canoo EVs look like something that I tried drawing in elementary school when I thought that cars were just boxes on wheels. They have a couple of products here. This is the Canoo. They're rushing this to sales, and it might actually be in sales by the end of 2021. Then they've got this van, they've got some kind of ugly truck coming soon, and some sedan, which is also probably going to be ugly. This is what's interesting here. This is their B2B. B2B means business to business. This is their skateboard. Now, the skateboard for Canoo is the entire vehicle. The entire vehicle of Canoo is in the chassis right here. All of those different vehicles they're planning, the ones that are ugly as sin, those are just shells that you put on top of this skateboard, on top of this chassis. So this contains the batteries, it contains the motor. The cool thing about Canoo is it offers steer by wire, so the steering wheel doesn't have to be in a fixed place on the left or right side. Depending on the shell configuration, it can be placed anywhere. The fact that they're offering this as B2B, they want partnerships with other organizations. Let's go back in time. February 11th, 2020. Hyundai, the Korean automaker, will build electric vehicles with EV startup Canoo. Hyundai and Kia are both part of the same corporation, Hyundai Motor Group. Kia is basically a subsidiary of Hyundai. Hyundai and Kia will build new EVs based on the technological platform developed by Canoo. They'll develop a new electric vehicle platform based on the one that powers Canoo's own vehicles. This platform will power small, cost-competitive EVs as well as purpose-built vehicles, which could resemble shuttles or people movers. Now, this is from Canoo's own investor relations report. I took this directly out of Busy's post. This was after the Hyundai partnership, so you could see they're listing Hyundai right now for new vehicle contracts. Their goal is to create a partnership with a tech strategic partner, a player in smart cars and autonomous vehicles that has identified Canoo as the base platform to integrate their systems. Moving ahead, December 21st, 2020, this is the day before Canoo went public. Apple's electric car is on track for 2024 production. Back in 2015, Apple actually tried creating an EV and they called it Project Titan. The project was scrapped, but now they have it back on track. The report doesn't specify if Apple will build the vehicle itself or look to partners for the actual manufacturing of the EV, but it does say, citing 2 people familiar with the effort, that it's going to be a personal mass market vehicle rather than a robo-taxi or commercial vehicle. Apple is looking at making a personal car, not a taxi, not a bus, not a van, nothing commercial. January 7th of this year, Hyundai Motor says it's in early talks with Apple to develop a car sends their shares soaring 19%. The statement followed a local report from the Korea Economic Daily saying Apple suggested the tie-up and Hyundai Motor was reviewing the terms. The report said both electrical vehicle production as well as battery development were included in the proposal, and the car could potentially be released in 2027. A couple days later, January 12th, Apple held talks with EV startup Canoo in 2020. The talks were held, but the talks ended up falling apart. Canoo's scalable electric vehicle platform, or skateboard, is largely what drew Apple's interest. The platform is different from the ones developed by other startups and larger automakers because it integrates more of the car's electronics, allowing for greater flexibility in cabin design. It also features steer-by-wire technology, which also increases design flexibility and is not yet widely adopted in the industry. Come on, what does this sound like? Unique design, not widely adopted in the industry. This has Apple interest written all over it. Apple is always cutting edge, groundbreaking. That's kind of their marquee of their entire corporation. It's worth noting that in 2015 with Project Titan, Apple was actually interested in using the platform for the BMW i3 as the basis for its Apple car. After these talks fell apart, what's really interesting is the executives from BMW left the company that were in charge of the i3, and those same executives, including Ulrich Kranz and Richard Kim, are in charge of Canoo. This is from January 10th. Apple and Hyundai are reportedly planning to team up and build a beta version of an electric car by 2022. Apple and Hyundai plan to sign a deal that would lead to a beta version of Apple's electric vehicle as early as 2022. This is incredibly fast. For them to go from having nothing, no partnership, to a year later having a beta version of an EV, they're rushing this. They're pushing this. They're going to need to cut a lot of corners in development. Hyundai and Apple may build a US factory that would allow the companies to make about 400,000 vehicles each year. Rival electric car maker Tesla said it delivered 500,000 in 2020. These numbers are important, 400, 500. They're trying to be competitive with Tesla. Reuters cited a report from the Korea IT News that said the companies are planning to sign a deal by March 2021 to partner on the self-driving electric cars. With a deal in place, the companies may have a beta version of the vehicle ready by next year, according to the report. Mass production of the cars would begin by 2024, and the plan would be to build about 100,000 vehicles in the US that year. They're building them in the US. Now, this is a week ago. This is from the appleinsider.com. Apple Insider is correct a lot. Apple Car could be made in the US by Hyundai in 2024. The proposal would involve either the assembly of the cars at a factory in Georgia owned by Hyundai affiliate Kia Motors, or the construction of a new factory in the country. It's believed that the plans will involve the production of 100,000 vehicles by 2024, with an annual capacity of the plant being higher at 400,000 vehicles. Again, 400,000, that number. This is a press release from Kia on January 14th. Kia is focused on popularizing battery EVs and plans to reinforce its global product lineup with the introduction of 7 new dedicated BEVs by 2027. Kia is also developing a range of new purpose-built vehicles for corporate customers. Partnership with the likes of Canoo and Arrival will mean Kia's PBVs can offer different bodies mounted on top of an integrated modular skateboard platform tailored to users' functional requirements. This shows us that Kia already wants to work with Canoo. Now, this is a little vague because it's mentioning the PBVs more than the passenger vehicles, but they are partnered with Canoo. This is just 21 hours ago, and this is the reason why I'm uploading this video. Apple Car US production reportedly assigned to Hyundai subsidiary Kia. The discussions have evolved to the point where it's internally arranged for Kia Motors to be in charge of the product, leading to the usage of the factory in Georgia. The decision to offload the Apple Car to Kia instead of producing it under Hyundai is a brand reputation-based issue. There were concerns from the shareholders that by Hyundai empowering Apple, it would impact Hyundai as a global car brand. So instead, they're just having Kia do it because Kia is a much lesser known global car brand. So if Kia is the one that's putting together the Apple cars, Hyundai doesn't really suffer the brand image problem. But Hyundai has a ton of partnerships. How do we know that it's going to be Canoo? So Hyundai has 3 primary EV partnerships with Arrival, Rimac, and Canoo. Hyundai and Kia make strategic investment in Arrival to co-develop EVs. Now, Arrival is a UK-based company. They're producing EV buses and EV vans, not passenger cars, which is what Apple wants. Hyundai Motor Group partners with Rimac to accelerate development of high-performance EVs. High performance? Rimac is a Croatian sports car, high-performance EV car company. This also is not what Apple's looking for. Apple has a sense of urgency to get this done. Hyundai has a sense of urgency. Kia has a sense of urgency. Tesla is scaring everyone, not just because of its sales numbers, but because of the investment dollars that it's taking in. Everybody laughs and memes about Tesla's huge market cap and insane valuation, but if you think about it, those investment dollars that are going into Tesla aren't going into other companies. Other companies are suffering because people are just dumping their cash into Tesla. This isn't a boo-hoo, boo-hoo, poor Apple, poor trillion-dollar company. It's not about that. These companies are feeling pressure to generate excitement around their brand again. If you take a look at right now, this is just stock charts. I mean, this is low effort on my part, but just look, since August, this is Apple's share price. I mean, we're basically, what, $10 higher since August? Take a look at Tesla's in the same period. Tesla already had a split, and still Tesla's up another $500 in that same period. Now, I realize this is a short-term price movement, but this is kind of a microcosm of the issue at hand here. Companies are feeling pressure to make something happen. A couple years ago, the idea of Apple and Hyundai joining forces would have been absurd. For a long time, you had Samsung and Apple, Galaxy, iPhone wars, Korea, America, and now you have another conglomerate from Korea, the Hyundai Motor Group, willing to work with Apple to take on Tesla. Canoo is going to get swept up in this entire thing as the little guy. When you connect the dots, everything just seems all too obvious. Apple aiming to produce 400,000 cars a year. We've got a Kia plant in Georgia that could produce 400,000 cars a year. You've got Apple interested in Canoo's design with the skateboard platform and the flexibility. Canoo's partnered with Hyundai and Kia. Everything just adds up. So what's the play here? You've got an exciting EV company, GOEV, Canoo, that's potentially going to be partnered with global powers in Apple, Hyundai, and Kia to take on Tesla. This is one of the most exciting things I could possibly think of. My plan is to close out my Afria calls that I made, 2-week calls for the earnings and inauguration play. I'm up significantly on those. I think I put in about 500 and I'll be closing them out over 2,500. And I'm going to go ahead and pivot that money after I close it out into shares of GOEV. I would not recommend calls on this. I'm not going to be doing calls on this because this is all speculation, hearsay, and rumors until we know something definitively in the March 2021 announcement of the agreement. And keep in mind, this is a business agreement. It could all fall through anyway. Even if I'm holding shares and it falls through, I'm not likely to get burned. On the SPAC merger day with HCAC and GOEV, the first day it was trading $23. Second day it was trading $24. Currently we're down around 16. This is already a discount off the hype. Plus the company is going to be generating revenue later this year with its EVs. To me, this is a low risk, high reward when you're talking about competing with Tesla for something. As always, guys, hope you enjoyed the content on the channel. If you did, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you know as soon as I go live. Also, if you're new to investing, go ahead and use my Robinhood and Webull account referral links below the video. I did just get partnered as an influencer with Webull. The rewards are a little bigger for me. If anybody does use the referral link, I would appreciate that very much. As always, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you again real soon.